Hello, welcome to daily motivational meetings, Billion Happy Life Subscribers Marathon, reading in world scriptures to empower with positive vibe for the day. Let's start read further the world scriptures, and next chapter is perfection is to love as God loved. From the Bible, quote, you have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven, for he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and seeds rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collector do the same? And if you salute only your brethren, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? You therefore must be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. From Judaism, God says, resemble me just as I repay good for evil, so do you also repay good for evil. Further, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and he who loves is born of God and knows God. He who does not know God, for God is love. God is love, and he who abides in love abides in God, and God abides in him. The devotee who look upon friend, and therefore with equal regards, who is not beyond up by praise, not cast down by blame, alike in heart and called pleasure and pain, free from selfish attachments, and same in honor and dishonor, quite evil, ever full, in harmony everywhere, firm in faith, such a one is dear to me. Bhagavad Gita 12, 18, 19 Hindus. From the Bible, the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against such there is no law. By universal in you love, be universal in your love, you will see the universe to be the picture of your own being. Complete the total perfection will come about only when we feel that our perfection is not perfection, as long as the rest of humanity remains imperfect. If we call ourselves children of God, then others are also children of God. If we don't share with them what little we have, then what right have we to call them our brother? They may be traveling a few miles behind us, or they may be fall asleep, but they must reach the goal before perfection can dawn on earth. Sri Chimoni Hinduism. Teaching of Second Coming Messiah, Samyamun. Love is the standard for perfect character. Character is perfected through the infinite and absolute love of God. To pioneer this path, Jesus emphasized love as never before in history. He thought that we must overcome every difficult situation with patience. He stressed that we must be more faithful to God will then sinners are committed to do evil. These are the fundamental points of what Christians call the nine fruits of the Spirit. From the life of love arise joy, happiness, and peace. From patience arise mercy and goodness. From the life of faithfulness arise humility and gentleness. Jesus emphasizes the love of heaven, the patience of heaven, and the faithfulness of heaven to remove the evil elements from human beings dwelling in the fallen world. Through this practical philosophy, we can be elevated to the heavenly way of life. Nevertheless, does Christ's love exist in your heart today? What makes God true? God likes both good and bad people on earth. Don't even condemned criminals cry out, "Oh God, have mercy on me, I love you," just before the execution. Why would a condemned man pledge to God with a good and sincere heart, hoping for a new start? Why does he earn to grasp God fully, trust him, try to be with him, and share with him his feelings and difficulties more than he would with his parents or brothers and sisters? This is because God is true. A true person then love not only those whom he likes, but also the enemies who are trying to kill him. He should be a person whom we can trust fully, with whom we want to share all our problems, and through whom we can wish for everything. Is a person who hates someone a true person or a false person? Definitely, he is a false person. Then, sorry. Then are most people in this world true people or false people? They are false people. To be a true person, you must be true in all dimensions. If you members love the people who love me and hate the people who hate me, are you good member or bad members? You are bad members. Therefore, I am teaching you to love those who hate you. If you love them, sooner or later, they will come to like you. If you return good 3 times for every time someone does you wrong, eventually that person will bow his head. Try it yourself and see if I'm right or not. Everyone has a conscience. Is God's love so deeply rooted in your mind that you cannot pull out no matter how hard you try? Can you say, I am completely bound by God's love? I cannot do whatever my mind wants to do. Since God's love is rooted so deeply in my body, I cannot live any way I like. I cannot live without centering on God's love. When I eat with God's love. Wherever I do, both in my mind and body are centering on God's love. Is it that way for you? Yes, so interesting. Good quotes for today. Please practice them. Let's go further and read from the World on the Way to Perfection, on Find the Stuff to Perfection book. Science and religions, unity for world peace and perfection. For the most part, science and religions have always cooperated fruitfully during history, with some small episodes of tensions. Most scientists were believers in God and were receiving inspiration and ideas in dreams and revelation. As we know, modern science arose in Christian culture of Europe. Historians have suggested that modern science arose in a Christian culture because for Christians, beliefs provide the presuppositions needed for science to get started. The scientists of the 17th century believed the material world to be good because God had made it for good. Genesis 1 ends with the comment, God saw all that he had made, and it was very Good. The founders of modern science believed that the universe is regular, orderly, and rational because God is personal, rational, and faithful. Just as work of art displayed the invisible nature of its maker in a concrete form, everything in the created universe is a substantial manifestation of some quality of the creation invisible divine nature. As we come to know the character of an artist through his work, so we can understand the nature of God by observing the diverse things of creation in the natural environment. Hence, through the importance of observation and experiment and approach that distinguished the science of the 17th century from the deductive approach of the ancient Greeks. We can deduce that the behavior of the material world is intelligible to human reason because God has made us in his image and has given us a mind with which to think. Yes, there was a small decline of religious faith among scientists from the publication of Darwin's Origin of Species. Nevertheless, his work did not shake the faith of the greatest physicians of the 19th century, Michael Faraday, James Joel, Lord Kelvin, and James Clerk Maxwell. They were all devout Christian believers. In the 20th century, the astronomer Arthur Eddington, Charles Townsend, William Phillips, Nobel laureates in physics, and Francis Collins, the director of the Human Genome Project, have publicly affirmed they believe in God. Collins has experienced the spiritual wonder of scientific research in those words when something new is revealed about the human genome. I experience a feeling of awe at the realization that humanity now knows something only God knew before. As we analyze today's global trends, the very science which has been developed for the happiness of mankind is causing difficulty or even harm. And the only way to be freed from these harms is to bring science under the true value perspective which centers in God's love. As more and more scientists find themselves pushed to the limit of science, they will find that the key of transcending this limit is to regard that behind all materials and life phenomena, is a purposeful motive working in accordance with God's divine principles and purpose of creation. As we discussed before, science and religions have both discovered most of God's divine principle, one naming them laws of nature and the other truth, respectively. So their cooperation is inevitable for the world perfection. Yeah, that's it for today. I like very much this quote. Uh, from the Messiah Second Coming, I cannot live without centering on God's love. When I eat with God's love. Whatever I do, both in my mind and body, as are centered on God's love. It is that way for you. Let's practice this. Let's live every second with God's love, and we'll have a lot of miracles today. I wish you a great day, blessed day today, and as we are in this uh, inspirational, motivational meetings daily, please share this. To be more happy, you're supposed to share this with all your friends, all this happiness from God, all these quotes and divine principles in this billion happy life subscribers marathon, and to get true happiness. And also, please comment this video with your idea, what you think about. Have a great, blessed day. Contact me anytime for cooperation. and all the best. Bye bye.